Okay, apply the Pythagorean theorem in a coordinate plane. Okay, so we've been dealing with coordinate planes this whole school year. So now we're going to plot some points and we're going to not find the slope anymore, but we're going to figure out how to find the length of a side using the coordinate plane. So to find the distance between 2 points in the coordinate system or on a coordinate plane, the first thing it says to do is draw a right triangle using the horizontal and vertical lines of the grid with the given points as endpoints. And it's kind of just like we did when we were finding slope and we drew those triangles. So 9, 8, so I'm going to go over to 9 and I'm going to go up to 8. So 9, 8 is here. And then 2, 4 is here. And all I'm going to do is draw a right triangle. So I'm going to draw the horizontal, maybe sort of. It's a little off, but that's okay. It's because my paper is crooked. And there we go. So how far is it from here to here? I went from 2 to 9, so that's 7 across. I went up 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Okay, so now I have to figure out how long is that side. Okay, so my a squared, because you know I like to put the smaller number first. It doesn't matter though. And my 7. So then I get 16 plus 49. When I add that, I would get 65. Now, the square root of 65, oops, I should put that there, is between the square root of 64 and the square root of 81. It is super duper close here, so I'm going to say 8.1-ish. The distance between point P and Q is approximately 8.1 units. Okay? So then we come to this one, and we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go to -4, -4, -1, and I'm going to plot a point. And that's at -4, -1. Then I'm going to go to 5, -8. 5, -8. I'm going to plot a point. So I'm going to go over here. And then I'm going to go down here. And that's a little off. Sorry about that. Okay, so those are both really off. So let me do a better job. That's a little bit better. Okay. So how far across is it? So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 across. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So, use the horizontal and vertical grid lines to draw the legs. We did that. So, we have 9 and 7. So, 7, we have 9. So, then that is 49. That is 81. So 49 plus 81, that gets 0, that's 130. So I'm going to take the square root of 130. So the square root of 130 is between 121 and 144. So when I do that, I'm going to guess somewhere about, because this is 9 away, this is 14 away. So I'm going to guess about 11.4-ish. So the distance is about 11.4. Okay. So over here, we're going to do the exact same thing, but this time we have a bunch of different things going on. So I'm going to read the directions. It says the purple movers drew the logo on the graph paper. They want to know the perimeter of the design. Okay, so as we're doing this, let me pick a different color because that color is not going to. And let's look at this. I can make a triangle right here, can't I? I could do that. I could make a triangle here. I could make, oh, look at this. I like this. I could make a triangle like that. So there are different ways that we can do this. So let's see what the directions say. Oh, first it wants to know what the points are. So V, that's the point 110. W is going to be the point 67. X is going to be the point 35. Y is going to be the point 32. And then this is going to be the point 3, not 3, sorry about that, 1, 2. Use the Pythagorean theorem to calculate the length of VW. Okay, so I want to find how long VW is. So I need to make a right triangle in order to do that. So I'm going to make a right triangle here. Okay, so how long is this side? It's 1, 2, 3 over here. And then we're going from 1 to 6, so then that's 5 there. So we have 3 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared. That's what we're trying to figure out. So 9 plus 25 equals c squared. So that's going to get us 34 is equal to c squared. Take the square root of both sides, and I'm going to get c is approximately, now let's think about it. 34 is between the square root of, about 25 and 36, but it's closer to the 36. So I'm going to say, 5.8-ish. Okay, I'm just going to guesstimate that at 5.8-ish. Then it says use the same method to determine WX. So WX. Now, the problem with that is a little bit shorter. So this time, I'm not going to be using this 5 here. I need to see how long just the small part is. So if I'm doing from here to here, that's going from 3 to 6, so that's 3 long. And then from 5 to 7, that's 2 long. So then that means I have 2 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared, or any other letter you want to use. So then I have 13 equals c squared. Take the square root. So c is going to be approximately, well, let's see. 13. 13 is between 9 and 16. This is 4 away. This is 3 away. So it's closer to the 16. So that means it's going to be 3. It's between 3 and 4. So 3.6. I'm going to go with 3.6-ish. Okay. So now, I said this side right here is 5.8 long. I'm going to erase this side, erase this. Okay, and we just said that this side is 3.6-ish. So now let's figure out the rest of the sides. So from V to Z, we go from 2 up to 10, so that's 8 long. From here to here, that's 2 long. From here to here, that's 1, 2, 3 long. So now all we have to do is add up all of those. So we have 8 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3.6 plus 5.8. Okay, so if I add these 3 together, I'm going to get 13 plus 3.6 plus 5.8. Then this would be 16.6 plus 5.8. That's a 4. I'm going to carry. That's 11, 12, 22.4. So approximately 22.4 units. Okay, so here we go down here. Again, I'm going to draw, right here, and right here. Oops, it didn't quite go up to where it's supposed to. Sorry about that. Let's do this line again. Okay, so how long is this side? It's going from 2 over to 9, so that's 7 long. This is going from 3 up to 7, so that means it's 4 long. So 4 squared plus 7 squared, what does that equal? So 16 plus 49 is c squared, so that's a 5. 565 is equal to c squared. I take the square root of both sides. Didn't we just do this one? So this is going to be 8.1-ish for c. Okay, on your own piece of paper, -2, 6. So -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here. So we're going from here to here, and we're going to go straight down. And, oops, that was horrible. Helps if I'm looking at the right thing. And then straight across. I know mine isn't perfect, but that's okay. Oh, and this was 5, -5. So this direction, we went from -2 to 5, so that's 7 long. And from here to here, we went from -5 to 6, so that's 11 long. So I would take 7 squared plus 11 squared equals c squared. 49 plus 121 equals c squared. That's a 0, 5, 6, 7, 170 is equal to c squared. I take the square root of both sides. C is approximately, let's see, 170 is between 169 and 196. So I'm going to say approximately 13.1. Okay. This one wants to know what the perimeter is using those same things, using those same sides. So this is 13.1. So all we have to do to find the perimeter is to add up all of them. So 11 plus 7 plus 13.1 would equal, that's a 1 point, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, and that's 31.1. Okay, so this next one. Okay, okay. Let's see. I don't want to use that color. I'm going to use this color. Only because I'm writing in this orange down here. We're going to come across like this. And I'm going to go 3, not 30. We're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Let's go up by 15. So 15, 30, 45, 60. So if I have 360, that'll be here. If I have -5, 45, I think that's about right. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go up. Well, that was horrible. And then I'm going to go here. There we go. So how far up did I go? Remember, we're going up by 15. So that was 15 high. How far across did I go? I went from a -5 to +3. So that is 8 long. So I have 8 squared plus 15 squared equals c squared. So 64 plus 225 equals c squared. So that's a 9, that's an 8, that's a 289 is c squared. Take the square root of both sides and I get c equals 17. Okay, so this one. The town halls of Harvartville, okay, and the north town are shown on the map. If the distance between the grid lines is 1 mile, what is the distance between the two town halls? Okay, so I'm going to draw this over. I'm going to draw this over. And each grid is 1. So I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. So 36 plus 16 equals c squared. That's a 2 for 52 is equal to c squared. I take the square root of both sides. So c is approximately, okay, square root of 52 is between the square root of 49 and the square root of 64. This is 3 away. This is 12 away. I'm going to say 7.2-ish. So 7.2 miles. This next one, it says, which point is exactly 10 units from 0, 0? Well, I don't know. Which one is 10 units from 0, 0? Well, let's see. If I did F, this is from 0 to 7, from 0 to 7. So this is 7 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared. That's 49 plus 49 equals c squared. That's 98 equals c squared. So that's going to be just before 100. So I'm going to say 9.8. So that's close, but no. Okay, so then I come over here and I go up to E here. Okay, and I do this one. Okay, so it goes from 0 up to 6, so that's 6. Goes from 0 to 8, so that's 8. So now I have 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. That's 36 plus 64 equals c squared. Ah, look at that. So 10 is equal to c. So which point? E is exactly 10 away. E from points E to H. Okay, so now it wants points E to H. So I'm going to erase this part right here because I want E to H. Forgot to do that. E to H. So it wants from here to here. So I'm going to come across. I'm going to come down. Okay, we go over 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 10 across. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So this is 14. So I have 10 squared plus 14 squared equals c squared. 100 plus 196 equals c squared. So 296 equals c squared. Take the square root of both sides. Okay, so 296 is in between 284 and 324. So if I was going to think about this, This is only 6. This is only 12 away. This is 24 plus 4, 28 away. So I'm going to go with 17.2-ish. So it's approximately 17.2. Oops, I forgot the 0.2. Okay.
Drea, please come to the office. Drea, please come to the office.
And you get to hear that. Okay, so negative 5, 4. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Negative 5, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, ooh, that was a horrible 4. 4, 2. So if I'm doing this, and then I'm going to go down and across. Okay, so we went from 2 to 4, so that's 2. We went from negative 5 to 4, so that's 9. So, I didn't read it. Use the grid lines on the draw a right triangle, given points, so endpoints. Give 2 possible for the third. So negative 5, 2, because it could be here, but couldn't we have also done up? Well, it should be straight across. Sorry about that. Let me pick a different color. Whatever. And then this point right here, it could have been the other one where it is 4, 4. Now find the distance between them. So we already did 2 squared plus 9 squared equals c squared. So that's 4 plus 81 equals c squared. So that's 85 equals c squared. I take the square root of both sides. And that is between 81 and 100. I'm going to go closer to that, so 9.2-ish. Okay, so if that's 9.2-ish, perimeter is 2 plus 9 plus 9.2. So 18, 19, 20.2. Okay, a fencing company is putting up fences around the properties shown on the map. Each unit on the map is 1 yard. We need to decide which property has the longest perimeter. To decide which property has the longest perimeter, so they will each require the most fencing. So, what is the perimeter of property P? QRT. Okay. Woo. Okay. Here we go. So if I drew this, oops, I need a different color. If I do this straight down here, I have 2 triangles. So from here to here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. From down here to up here, we have from 2 to, I think that's supposed to be 8, 6. So 4 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. So that's 16 plus 36 equals c squared. So that's 52 is equal to c squared. So take the square root of that and get approximately 7.2. So I'm going to say 7.2 for that. Then I'm going to change this, and from here to here, that's 3. And from here to here, that's 1, 2, also 3. So 3 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. So 9 plus 9 equals c squared. So that's 18 equals c squared. Take the square root of both sides. That's just past 16, so I'm going to say 4.2-ish. So 4.2. Okay, so we have 4.2 there. We have 3 here. So let's add all those up. So we have 3 plus 4.2 plus 7 plus 7.2. So that's 10, okay, 7, 14, 21.4, 21.4. Then we come over here. Okay. So we're going to draw this down here. And we're going to draw this across here. Okay, this is 1. This is 1, 2, 3. Look at that. These two triangles, this triangle here and this triangle here, they're the same. So I only have to do it once. So 1 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. So 1 plus 9 equals c squared. So that's 10 equals c squared. Then take the square root, and I'm going to do 3.2. So 3.2 here, 3.2 here. Then I have this one, so I have, how long is it from here to here? So 1, 2, 3, and from here to here, it's 1, 2, 3. Did we just do a 3 by 3? We did just do a 3 by 3 right there, so 4.2. So this is 4.2, this is 4.2, this is 2, this is 2. So now we have 3.2 plus 3.2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4.2 plus 4.2. Ooh, goal. So 6.4 plus 4 plus 8.4. So then that's 10.4 plus 8.4. So 18.8 for Q, 18.8. Okay, then we're going to come down here. Right triangle. Okay, that'll make a right triangle. This will make a right triangle. This will make a right triangle. And then this will make a right triangle. Whew, it's a lot of work. So this is 2. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 4 by 2 there. So 4 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. 16 plus 4 equals c squared. It's 20 equals c squared. Take the square root. The square root of 16, square root of 20, 25. It's 4 away here. It's 5 away here. So I'm going to say 4.4-ish. So this is going to be 4.4-ish. Then if this is 4, then this from here, oh, let me change the color real quick. From here to here, that would be 1, 2, 3. That's a 3 by 4. Oh, 3, 4, 5. We know that one. Okay. Then I'm going to use pink. So this is 1 by 2. So 1 squared plus 2 squared equal, didn't I just do this one? No, I didn't. So that's 1 plus 4 equals c squared. 5 equals c squared. Take the square root. I think it's like 2.4. Okay. Then, if I draw this like this, I have a 1 by 2. Oh, we just did a 1 by 2. So that's 2.4 there and 2.4 there. Okay, so now let's add these up. So I have 5 plus 2 plus 2.4 plus 2.4 plus 2.4 plus 4.4. So that's 7 plus 4.8 plus 6.8. So then that's 11.8 plus 6.8. So 18.6. And last but certainly not least, this is 6 long and this is 6 long. So 6 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. So 36 plus 36 equals c squared. So 72 is equal to c squared. I take the square root of both sides. That's between 64 and 81. This is 12 away. This is 9 away. So I'm going to go with 8.6. So 6 plus 6 plus 8.7. That's 12 plus 8.7. So that's 20.7. So I'm going to say that this is 20.7 yards. Okay. Property with the shortest perimeter would be R. With the longest perimeter would be P. Okay. -8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So -8, 7. Is that in the right spot? I'm hoping. Okay, and then -5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and -4. I hope that looks about right. Okay, and then I come straight down. I could have gone this way, or I could have gone this way. So this point right here would have been -5, 7, or this point down here could have been -8, -4. So now I want to find the distance. So from -8 to -5, that's 3. From 7 to -4, that's 11. So 11 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. So that's 121 plus 9 equals c squared. So that's 130 is equal to c squared. Take the square root. It's between 121 and 144. And what did I say that was? 11.4-ish. I think the last time. So 11.4-ish. And yes, that's supposed to say units. So what's the perimeter? So 11.4 plus 11 plus 3, 22, 25.4 units. Does your answer change depending on which of the two? No. The distances are the same. Okay. So give the coordinates of the post office and the library. So this one is 5, 3. This one is 1, 1. It's a half a mile for each grid, so find the distance. So this is 4 long. This is, oh, that's not 1, 1. That's 1, 0.5. And then this is, goes up 1, 1, 2.5, 2.5. Okay, so 4 squared plus 2.5 squared equals c squared, so that's 16. 25 times 25 is 625, but you have a decimal point that you need in there. So that is going to be 22.25 is equal to c squared. So if I take the square root, that's going to 22.5.25. That's between 16 and 25. That's a horrible 2. So I'm going to say 4.7-ish miles. Okay, and that's all we're going to do.